Thanks, Noel. Thanks, Jerry. Now I have Senator Michael McDowell, followed by Deputy Sean Hoy.
Thanks, Chairman. I have questions really for both of our guests, and I thank them for their presentations and for their attendance. Firstly, the Commission stated yesterday that universal vaccination may not be available until 2022. Why is this? I mean, maybe Jerry could say, is this because they see supply constraints, or is it just because they're less optimistic about the speed of development and authorization based on safety procedures? The second question is, in relation to centralised purchasing capacity for member states, particularly for smaller member states such as Ireland, are there any difficulties now in relation to PPE drugs such as remdesivir and other things, ventilators and other oxygenation systems? Is the Commission satisfied that any member state can have access to these supplies worldwide, and that the EU is putting its collective weight behind doing purchasing on behalf of member states when asked to do so? And the last question I want to put is in relation to deficits, public sector deficits in Eurozone member states. Is there a clear EU view about, is somebody keeping an eye on Italy or Ireland or whatever? Is the ECB keeping an eye on us? Is the Commission keeping an eye on us to see is what we're doing? And it applies to all member states, not just Ireland. I'm not a masochist on this. Is anybody checking to ensure that there is reasonable uniformity of approach to running deficits, or at least the criteria justifying major member state deficits within the Eurozone?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Noel, and thanks to the senators for the questions. Noel has covered some of them there. On the vaccine not being available until 2022, I don't think this was an announcement by the Commission, but rather somebody talking about something that was said by somebody from the Commission. Somebody heard someone else talking about something, and so on and so forth. But having said that, to be really, no, it's not a question that the Commission knows something that the vaccine is going to be delayed or whatever. It's just the reality that if a vaccine, and I mean there are very positive signs at the moment, if a vaccine is given the all clear in the next weeks or whatever, it's going to take a long time to get up to speed in terms of producing the hundreds, the billions of doses that are needed. As I mentioned earlier on in my comments, the Commission has already invested hundreds of millions with a number of companies that are showing promise in terms of vaccine development to ensure the availability of hundreds of millions of doses. I think close enough to 800 or 900 million doses. If they were all to come true, 800 or 900 million doses have been contracted by the Commission for the EU, and also the Commission has been to the forefront in terms of the vaccine strategy for a global vaccine strategy. So if somebody made this comment about 2022 is purely a statement of fact. I don't think anyone is disputing the fact that if and when a vaccine is available, it's going to be coming piecemeal. Member states are going to have to decide who are the priorities, frontline workers, people with underlying problems, etc. The Commission has already put forward a paper on that in relation to the strategy on future vaccination. And as we speak, some of my lords and masters, the commissioners, are holding a press conference again talking about the need to move forward in terms of preparing the infrastructure for vaccination, etc. Because you don't wait until the vaccine is approved to start setting up the system to deliver it. Centralised purchasing capacity, yes. The Commission from I think probably in March or April have established what we call framework contracts on PPE, and all member states have access to purchasing the necessary PPE or ventilator or whatever under this. I'm not aware of any shortages at the moment, but we don't have a second wave at the moment. We're getting there, but if the system was put under strain the same way as it was put under strain in the area months, maybe there would be, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm not aware of any shortages. But I think on PPE, most member states are in a good position. It may not be the same when it comes to more sophisticated equipment like ventilators, etc. But at the moment, the framework contracts are there, the firepower is there through the European Commission, and all member states have access to that. In terms of deficits, no, it's under constant review, constant supervision through the Eurogroup, also by the European Commission, and we have what we call these semester reports, under which the Commission produces every 6 months a report on the situation, a very detailed report on policies and developments in the member states. So yes, absolutely, it is under surveillance. On the MFF and Next Generation